Hi, Scott. My name is Andrew, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching this. You didn't ask for it. I really love your products. Look, I'm even drinking my coconut water. You'd be very proud. Um, I've been drinking your coconut water for years. I'm a big health food nut, and I really love the space. I love the industry, and I love your products. And so I've been in SEO for 20 years, and I really just wanted to share this with you. Hopefully, it can help. You can implement some of the strategies that will help you improve your organic visibility, and of course, even some of your AI type um, opportunities as well. So, just starting off the bat, I will get to the first being the homepage, and you can see with the homepage some of the first problems is there's not even a H1 that stands out that says coconut organic natural coconut products or something like that. There was no sort of H1 that is like a subheading that includes important keywords on the homepage. Okay. I mean, these things are very, very, very basic SEO, like Rule 101. Your title and description just says home dash raw C. So if you can sort of see how that will appear in the search. Raw C home, and the home page is going to be generating you the majority of your unbranded traffic. Often there are plenty of exceptions to that rule, but often it's the home page that should generate sort of the vague keywords, healthy coconut products or something that's more vague, that's more healthy alternatives. Things that would pop up that are quite vague in nature. I think you do have Australia's best tasting coconut water. That could even be, you could use Australia's best coconut products, or, best Australian coconut water, oil. Now, you only have 60 characters, so you really got to be careful how you use that. But the meta description is actually not too bad, but you could be improving your organic SEO immediately by improving that title to incorporate both branded and unbranded terms. Okay, so that's definitely what I would do. Raw C is just a completely missed opportunity to get you sort of more traffic. We have a link from a long time ago. I'll start from the start of my list. So this article was published back in December 4th, 2014. And, it was published something, I don't know, probably something to do with Pete Evans endorsing your product. But some of these links are broken. So you have this old article that's been indexed, gone over the years. And when you click on Raw C, you get a page not found. There's broken links. And that link equity that you could have gotten from SMH, it's now gone. Now, that coconut water charity, if you don't have any other charity page that you could redirect it to, hopefully you can at least redirect it back to the homepage. At least you can keep some of that link equity. Okay, so when we work on your SEO, we would be using what they call historical site crawls using Google Search Console and Google Analytics APIs, and we'll be basically checking for tens of thousands of URLs, different variations. That includes query perimeters and things like that to check for broken 404s, check for why URLs may be redirecting that we could restore and so forth. I won't get bogged down into that because that can be quite heavy. Now, the big issue here, that is the breadcrumb structure. So how did I get to like recipes? So you could incorporate, I would use like your recipe blog, which is okay. I would just call it, coconut recipes, something specific. Or if you're gonna use products that are not related to coconut, then you could do something like recipes / coconut / cinnamon chocolate cheesecake bars. Okay. So if everything you're going to be doing is going to be sort of coconut based, I'm just going to, coconut recipes rather than just recipe blogs. So you're reinforcing your topical authority for even just for that word coconut. And I would have home, I would have, coconut recipes, cheesecake or chocolate or something, and then the recipe. The more specific you can get to building out this information architecture, the more likely you are to improve your search visibility. So people can look for coconut with chocolate recipes, and then you've got a whole dedicated page that has specifically for coconut and chocolate. And we will look at what variations that your customers will be searching for in SEO, in AI, that we would build into your existing information architecture. Okay. Also, this doesn't have what they call schema, recipe schema. I had a look. There's no recipe schema. You can have a look at this. This will help you to appear in the search engines for making your pages stand out a lot more in the search results. Recipe schema is not very difficult to implement, and I'm just hoping you can get an example of how that will look like in the search. But generally, it stands out, and you can kind of see it. With over here, but you can kind of start appearing for things like coconut recipes, and you're helping Google and AI understand that, this page is actually a recipe, and it can appear in different sections of the search results, which I think is enormously beneficial for you. So titles, descriptions. We didn't run basically an internal broken link assessment. So that's something that if you do have an SEO team currently, I would definitely recommend you look at that. I'm going to see if I can sort of run one very quickly. Oh yeah, you know what? There we go. We found a broken link just for me. And I'm doing this on the fly. So on the FAQ page, which I want to keep that because I want to get into that in a minute. There is a link somewhere that has coconut oil hair mask for damaged hair. And the link is here. There we go. So what can coconut oil be used for? And you click on here and then you get it for it. So we've got external broken links and you have internal broken links. Absolutely a big no-no in the SEO space. There should never be any, internal broken links, just completely and utterly unacceptable. There's actually quite a few. Wow. Okay, well, I can share that with you more if you like. And that's not even using like historical site API crawls and looking at historical URLs that have existed. Even if they no longer quote unquote exist on the site, they may have page metrics. They may have search results, when the times when they did appear or they could be appearing. And that may not necessarily exist on the site, but they still exist because Google has them archived and indexed. And those need to be dealt with as well so you can consolidate your domain authority. All right. Now, I like to sort of turn these into individual pages. I know, like, I remember asking you on LinkedIn, why does your coconut water taste different when it's in a can or when it's in this bottle? Sorry, I thought I stopped recording. So when it was like in this bottle, right? And then I can't actually understand why it tastes different. And you responded and told me. So that's something that I would basically look at these pages and go, okay, creating individual pages for them would actually improve your visibility with AI. Okay, so important. Alrighty. Also, I noticed some of these sites like Selected Grocers and IGAs and Drakes and blah blah blah, they're not linking to you. Now, Woolworths and Coles would be a very tough sell. You could probably use some creativity. Maybe you could give them like a recipe or something that is exclusive to Woolworths or something like that. It depends on the relationship you have with Woolworths and Coles and the digital team. Sometimes you can, we just would have to be creative. But anyone that you've got like Selected Grocers that are stocking a product that can link to you, perhaps you could say, I'll give you a bit of a discount on your orders while your link still appears to Raw C. Links are exceptionally important for your SEO and for your AI. And so, building a strategy around that, I think, would be tremendously important for you. Now, last one, like coconut oil, right? Look at this. This is a H2. Why is this a H2? I don't know why that's not an H1. This should be a H2. That's fine. This should be like, okay, yeah, this should be an H1. But what I would do, so what would happen if I manipulate your HTML in the browser? Maybe call this, you want to get that word organic. You want to get that in there, Scott. You want to get those big buzzwords, organic virgin coconut oil, right? You really want to get those buzzwords into that content, all right? The title and description is just coconut oil. Get the organic virgin coconut oil on there. Buy online. I actually wasn't sure whether you're selling your products online or you're just selling them to the wholesale and you just basically, you're selling it to retail and you're just sort of behind the scenes as a wholesaler. I didn't know if you sold them direct on the site, but the fact that you do, so much potential. All right. Now you've got shops, oils, coconut oil, premium, right? How many other oils are you doing? Right. So if I go to take out this shop oils, that's a 404. So we can't even base off the breadcrumb structure consistently. Why not just strip out shops and oils and are you dealing any other oil than coconut oil? Because I would have like coconut oil like that and then / virgin, right? Or something like organic, or even call this, coconut oils. So now we've got like the plural version, and then we've got the URLs coconut oil, right? That URL is 100% better, right? Because now, and if someone takes out that, they just get the coconut oil, okay? And you've only got 2 anyway. So you don't want to just waste that on as so you've got the URL here. There you go. Look at this inconsistency. I've clicked on coconut oil. We've got coconut oil. So when you click the product, why you don't need shop and oils there, okay? You can have coconut oil, which I'll probably change to coconut oils, and then coconut oil premium. I mean, premium's probably not even being searched, and get those words organic virgin in there, okay, in the URL. Your coconut water, and this would be a classic example. And this is what I was talking about, how this one, the straight up tastes a little bit different than this one, right? And I remember you telling me that the reason for that is because the process is different. Oh, that's a great blog article, by the way. Anyway, look, I'm going 50 minutes. I'm getting really excited. There's a lot we can do with the URL structure. The last thing I just wanted to really touch on was the blog. I would call, reads. Why not call it the health, like something that's really powerful for search, like health blog, or natural something blog. You know what I mean? Now, not just reads. I would have the author info and I would have the time to read and the date that it was published, even in the snippets. Okay. And even on here, we've got the breadcrumbs, which doesn't match the URL structure. No date of the article, which is really important for SEO. There's no author and the time to read. Okay. There's no images. There's no videos. Oh, I mean, you've got the image here, but like nothing that's really thrown in there. What I would do is I find with these is probably with the exception of How You Can Stay, right? They're not really tailored for AI. So something that would be really popular on AI would be, what would be some alternatives in cooking to seed oils, right? Coconut oil. What is a type of oil that can reach a high point for frying, right? And so these are the types of queries that your market will be searching for, that we want to make sure that we are tailing and building out the long tail keyword strategy. And then these blogs will contain statistics, will contain facts and figures, and then we can then generate links to these articles. And then from those articles, link back to those important pages. I have no doubt that I could get you rankings first for coconut water and coconut oil and those types of keywords. Scott, I better leave it there. I'm getting too excited. Hopefully you find this valuable. If you've ever got any questions, please let me know. I'll probably send along my calendar. If you want to make a booking, I'll love to chat with you more about this and your team, whatever. If not, I wish you all the best. I'm still going to be drinking your coconut water because I'm a big fan of the product. And I look forward to seeing your brand and your business grow. Have a lovely afternoon.